Hello, and welcome back to Whisper and Dread. Tonight, we invite you to come with us into the dark for another true crime story. This one takes us to a quiet college town where a house full of friends went to sleep and 4 never woke up. This is the college house of death. It was the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, in Moscow, Idaho. Inside a rented home just off campus, 6 University of Idaho students were asleep. The house was a typical student rental. 3 floors, a sliding glass door that led straight into the kitchen. Bedrooms on the 2nd and 3rd floors, crowded with posters, twinkle lights, and the everyday clutter of student life. By dawn, 4 students, Madison Mogan, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were dead. For weeks, the city of Moscow was paralyzed by fear. Police had no suspect, no clear motive. Rumors flew across campus and the internet, but investigators were quietly tracking one small detail. Surveillance footage had captured a white Hyundai Elantra near the scene. At the same time, DNA evidence from the crime scene told another story. A leather knife sheath had been left behind on a victim's bed. On that sheath, investigators found a single trace of DNA. The DNA matched a doctoral student at Washington State University, just 10 miles away. His name was Brian Kohberger. He was studying criminology, researching criminal behavior, and he drove a white Hyundai Elantra. Investigators obtained phone records showing his cell phone had pinged near the house at least a dozen times before the murders. Most of those visits were late at night. It appeared he had been stalking the home. Kohberger was arrested in December of 2022 at his parents' house in Pennsylvania. He was extradited back to Idaho to face charges. 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of burglary. Prosecutors announced they would seek the death penalty. After an agonizing investigation and trial, on July 23, 2025, Kohberger was convicted and sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences for all 4 counts of first-degree murder and 10 years in prison for the burglary charge. The details that have been released are chilling. Xana Kernodle fought back. Defensive wounds showed she struggled to survive. The surviving roommate's 911 call was placed around noon, hours after the murders, because in their shock, they believed their friends were simply unconscious. The scale of violence was unlike anything the town had ever seen. Even seasoned investigators described the scene as the worst of their careers. In the aftermath, the University of Idaho canceled classes for days. Vigils were held. Thousands attended. The 4 students were remembered not for how they died, but for how they lived. Madison and Kaylee, inseparable best friends. Xana, vibrant and kind. Ethan, known for his easy smile and love of life. The college house murders shattered the illusion of safety. in a town where doors were often left unlocked. It showed how quickly life can turn, how one person's darkness can take everything away. The next time you drift to sleep in the comfort of your own home, remember, safety is sometimes only an illusion, and in Moscow, Idaho, it vanished in 4 senseless murders that took less than 2 minutes. What do you think? Was this the work of a meticulous stalker who had planned for months? Or a crime of sudden violence from someone who couldn't resist the urge? Share your thoughts below, and let your whisper join ours. Remember, the quietest voices often tell the loudest truths. Until next time, Curious Whisperer, this has been Whisper and Dread.